Where did all the worms go? Where did they go? Did they just disappear? When I was growing up, my grandmother used to always give us worm medicine. Every 3 to 6 months, we used to get worm medicine. We used to have to say, come, Ann, come and take your worm medicine. And I hated it because it tasted awful. But now I realize nobody talks about worms anymore. Nobody talks about your intestines and the growths that happen inside there. So today for this video, I really wanted to look at a special herb, and it is a special herb to me because I came across it about a year ago. I had the name Sweet Annie for about 10 years now, and this herb I came across a year ago, and it is known as, guess what? Sweet Annie, but also known as sweet wormwood, or, well, I'm going to put the scientific name up there for you because I don't even try to pronounce those names, but I was having an issue for the last week or so. I was very ill. I had fever, everything. I was having an issue with my stomach for the last week or so. And I said, you know what? Maybe I need a gut cleanse. And I know that what I'm going to be doing today for you is going to probably take about 6 weeks before I can be able to even use it. But I wanted to share this with you today because I didn't just want to make it off camera. I could have. I just didn't want to make it off camera. But let's look at some of the benefits of this Sweet Annie. Now this is my herb. This is the dried one because, as you all know, I have nowhere to plant anything yet. But I'll get there. All right, so the benefits of this herb are so vast because it's an antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and it is very good for gut health, like intestines, acid reflux. This herb is also, this herb is a native of Asia. It started in Asia, but it's grown all over the world now. And in Asia and China and those places like that, they use it for over 2,000 years for malaria. Is, I guess, you get that from water or something. But anyway, and it also kills the parasites in your stomach. And we all know that everything in our body happens in the gut first. So when I get these things on my skin, I know that there is something going on in my... But before we go any further, I just wanted to make this disclaimer for you that I am not a medical doctor, and this information is strictly for informational purposes only. And this herb that I'm going to be dealing with today is a herb that is a bitter herb. And if you're allergic to any kind of flowers or herbs or anything like that, it's best not to use this herb. And also, if you are nursing or pregnant or anything like that, it's best not to use this herb. So I just wanted to get that out there. Remember that before you take any kind of herbal regimen, what you need to do is to talk to your doctor first to find out if it will be okay for you to use it, because not all herbs are made equal, and you have to know how to use them and not to use them in excess. And this herb is one of the herbs that you cannot use in excess, because it is better to use this herb for like 4 weeks and then give yourself a rest, and then you could use it again. It's just like if you were taking worm medicine. We don't take worm medicine every day. So anyway, now that I have gotten that out of the way, let's look at the rest of the benefits. And as I told you, it kills parasites in your gut. Your intestines is what, everything passes through. And people always talk these days about leaky gut syndrome, and it helps heals the barriers of your gut, your intestines. So that is something that we really, really, really need in our diet, and it helps to fight breast cancer. And we would want something that is going to help control those things, because it's always a sad thing. And I've mentioned this many times before about my family dying, in my opinion, prematurely because of the lack of knowledge. So let's try to do something to help our health. It also helps Crohn's disease, IBS, and other stomach issues. And this is a biggie for me. And because it kills worms, it kills the pinworms and the roundworms and other worms that you might have in there, because we all have worms inside of us. Some of the foods and everything that we're eating now, you don't know. And it helps with, in doing this research, I have a lot of herbal books here, and not all herbal books having this herb at all. So I only found information about it in 3 of my herbal books, and this is the information that I am giving you. So the thing that I wanted to do today, now that I have made my intro, I've let you know what it is for. The thing that I am going to do today, and I am beginning to just make one herb at a time, or if not, I would just blend 2 herbs together. But what I want to do is, when I am making any kind of herbal medicine, I want to be able to choose how much of whatever I am doing. So if I do 1 herb, I could mix this herb when it's done with the garlic tincture, the clove tincture, the oregano tincture. You could mix those together, because when you mix those together to kill the parasites and the worms that are in your gut, that is going to be a powerhouse. So, but just remember, once again, this is just for informational purposes only. So let's look at making our tincture. I have an 8-ounce container here, and the reason I'm just doing 8 ounces is because, you don't need too much. So I'm just gonna start off with 8 ounces. I'm just making it for the house. And now you can use apple cider vinegar if you care to, or you can use a glycerite, which is glycerine and water. And I don't use those things for a lot of things because they don't last as long. So I wanted something that lasts longer, and not only lasts longer, but pulls out all the nutrients out of the herbs that I want. Now, I have my cloves here as well that I might just do a tincture with my cloves as well. But let's look at making our tincture now. So these are the simplest things to do. So this is our sweet wormwood, and we are going to be using this to detox ourselves from our worms. And I am just going to put probably half. I like to use the pint sizes and not the 8-ounce sizes, because the 8-ounce sizes you don't get much. And I think, but I'm not sure how much, so I don't have much vodka here, so I'll just top this up, and then I will probably make some more. So I bring this to about that is about an inch away from the top. And then these are my covers, and I'm using the plastic covers because and then I'll shake this up, and this is, I'm going to label it, and this is our tincture, and I'm going to label it. And the reason sometimes I don't like to just use these covers is because they got a tendency to leak. So I am going to I'm just going to put this in here. This is I'm just going to put that there, and then put this on, and that helps secure it better, so no leakage, right? But when you use these covers by themselves, for some reason they just want to leak. So, but no leakage. All right, and when I am finished, I would store it in a amber bottle, and then I would put some in my dropper bottle, and this is what I would use for 4 weeks or so. 4 weeks or so, then I give myself a rest, and then I use some more, because we need to take our health back, and that's what I've been saying to y'all for a while. So this is our Sweet Honey tincture, and you know the benefits, or at least some of the benefits. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, it would be a pleasure if you would consider giving me a like, a share, and a subscribe. And don't forget, always, wherever you go, let your light shine and spread the love.